All right, apparently Asmongold is thinking that he knows something about art, considering there is just another like accusation thing with a person on Twitter. So he did a whole thing responding to this person who did a video about it, a topic which I was going to cover but then decided not to. So let's see what Asmongold says.
Asian artists for various reasons, including saying that they made a character too light-skinned and then fixing the design. However, that's not what's going on in this one. This is more of the newer approach that the Twitter police have been taking, which is accusing an artist of using AI, of not actually drawing the art that they're posting. That takes.
And I said before about this like AI situation, where the reason why this exists is because AI bros made the first spin, where they were pretending to be artists on the internet for clout, for money, for gain.
To this artist, Shio, who had posted this art saying cream the rabbit, hashtag Sonic the Hedgehog, hashtag cream the rabbit, to which this Twitter cop, Lisnovsky, says, so how long for people to realize these are AI?
I really think that this needs to stop. These accusations of things being AI generated, and especially whenever you don't really have any point of reference other than looking at a couple of things, because like here's the problem and here's the reason why, who cares? Well, honestly, bro, you're right.
Okay, no, actually he's wrong. So the reason why people care about this is because for the last 2 years, AI bros have been parading around having accounts that were all AI content and saying that they drew them. Look at what I just drew this morning. Look at the sketch I just made this morning. Look at this, what I've made, when it was all just AI generated. And then people would follow them, and then people would find out that these are AI generated images, and then they would feel like they were deceived. And artists are very sensitive about who they want to follow and who they like and who they want to be around. And when you put someone like that and someone like this, it just like it's a recipe for disaster on Twitter, because Twitter is a drive-by soapbox.
You're right. That's a great question. Who cares? Great point. However, here's the issue, is that when this kind of stuff happens, these artists get harassed massively. Because in the art community, AI is seen as, like basically using a demons, right? It's like you probably, if you were performing blood rituals in order to get if you were using human blood in order to get a certain different color in a painting, you would get less hate than if you used AI.
I mean, that's true, because someone was just being creative. Being creative and using AI, which is not creative and has stolen from creatives, is different. It's not the same thing. And if clearly Asmongold doesn't know what he's talking about, for the most part, when it comes to why people do this to begin with.
I'm just saying that everybody, we all know this is true, right? Even though I just made it up. Everybody knows I'm right. And so anyway, this happens, and these people realize it's AI, and then these people realize it's AI, and then these people get harassed like crazy. That's what it is. They get harassed like crazy.
Time of the screenshot provided by Savvy, we can see that Lisnova's tweet had like 24,000 likes, causing numerous people to also brigade Shio, accusing Shio of using AI, in which you can see some of the responses here. For example, this one reading, listen, if you want to prove you made it by yourself, show us a time lapse of the drawing at high speed.
Oh my.
I mean, this is where we're at now, guys. We're in a world where right now people are going to accuse you of using AI. I've been accused of using AI. People have bothered me about thinking I use AI because I have a few drawings that are a little bit different, than my other drawings, because I did a photo bash background or I did something different. People just thought that that was AI, even though it's not. And AI bros having committed the original sin, now everybody will be assumed. So if I was you, I would keep all your speed paints. You never know. You never know.
So it's like, we're going to accuse you of something with no evidence, and now you have to prove that our accusation isn't true. Let me think, how many cases are there in history of, we're going to accuse you of something and then you have to prove that it's not true? Has there ever been a case of that happening where the people that did it weren't the bad guys? Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's like burn the witch. Yeah, prove you're not a witch.
I mean, it is kind of prove you're not a witch, but at the same time, it's more prove you actually made this. Like, prove you did it. Because people don't want to follow people that are lying about their skills. Some people might, but a lot of people don't want to do that. They want someone who has integrity. And if you're like, artist integrity is so important that if you're doing something that is removing your artist integrity, people don't want to be around that.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's the witch trials. I know, it's so annoying. Is this games journalism? It's worse. It's Twitter journalism. Oh wait, what's the difference?
The whole process is shown short like this. They got a response from someone who says they don't have to do anything if they don't want to. To which that person responds saying, then they will still be accused for using AI.
See, this is the problem people have.
Okay, so that is true. People are still going to accuse you of using AI no matter what. Now, the thing is that if you ever get accused of using AI, like, if you have a speed paint, just show the speed paint. Fuck it. But if you don't have the speed paint and they're still going to accuse you anyway, I mean, it's about this one piece of artwork. The only thing I can think of is to draw yourself redrawing parts of it. That's the only thing I can think of if you didn't record the process. And you should always be recording the process. That's just my 2 cents. I know some people will probably disagree with me in the comments, though.
On Twitter is that the issue is that people try to pay this credibility And look at how many likes this is getting. Like, this is massively ratioing this. And like, these self-righteous, abusive, hyperbolic people are just taking over social media in a lot of places, and it's exhausting. And I feel like a lot of people are just kind of getting tired of it. People are getting tired of this shit because they see fundamentally what these people are bullies.
I disagree with that. So I think some of them are bullies, but I think some of them are sick of seeing people parade around as fake artists trying to get clout, money, fame, whatever, commissions, get their eye in the spotlight. For what? Because they used AI? Because literally, if you look at those AI accounts, they'll post hundreds of pictures, hundreds of the same picture over and over and over with a slight difference and the same issues, and get like tons of likes because they can generate 700 photos in no time at all, and then they'll just post them all. That's basically the problem, is that once they came by and said that we drew all this, people are now always on someone's artist integrity. Saying I don't use AI is not enough.
These people are fundamentally bullies, and they want to tell everybody else what to do. And I think that average, well-intentioned, good-natured people don't want to be around that.
That's not true. I think good-natured people don't want to be around people who are liars. And if you're a liar, no wonder someone doesn't want to be around you. If they think you're using AI, you're probably lying. Probably lying about your skills in some way.
It's uncomfortable. It's unpleasant. They're fucking losers. Yeah, they are fucking losers. You're right.
Man, what a
Says the man who sits up in that dirty-ass house.
weirdo. Another one saying, sorry, but that's AI. Similarly, this one saying, you use AI. Shh. Now, the specific tweet of Shios that they're responding to here is a bit unclear because it has since been deleted, but we can very reasonably presume that they're either posting this on the direct tweet that Shio made of Cream the Rabbit, or a tweet they made addressing the AI accusations or something of the sort. Regardless, Shio would eventually address this in a different tweet that has not been deleted. We'll take a look at that in a moment, but first, as more and more people began to defend Shio and call out the Twitter police for being a bunch of absolute creeps, Lisnowski also got a ton of backlash for the tweet that they made that once again got over 20,000 likes, eventually making this
fucking
response
good.
that reads, "Good morning. I just woke up, and after looking at the events,
I mean, he should have apologized for the problem that they caused, because this is the problem here. They shouldn't have done that.
Yes, I have some apologizing to do. I'm sorry for posting that comment, really."
See, this is like the third or fourth time this has happened, where like somebody goes and they make an accusation like this that it's made with AI, and then somehow now, oops, I guess I accidentally got you a bunch of hate for no reason.
I'll be honest with you. For the most part, when people are accused of AI, not always, but for the most part, that person was using AI. It's not a joke. Like, most of the time, when someone's accused of using AI, they were. Very rarely has someone been picked out and plucked out, only to be found out that the person who accused them was wrong. And to be honest, how I feel about that is, if you accuse an artist of using AI and you're wrong, you have to pay for a commission. I feel that is the only way to make up for it. You have to pay for one of their commissions, you just have to, that's the only way I can see rectifying that.
Oh, dude, my bad. I understand mistakes happen, but man, how many times you gotta have the same mistake happen?
The same mistake is gonna always happen. I'm gonna keep on repeating it, but we live in a world of AI, and AI is about deceiving people, and if you're gonna deceive people, then this is what's gonna happen. People who are truthful and people who are keeping to themselves and just doing their own thing are going to be accused of using AI because their art is half good. Even if their art is a little bit bad and they have some weirdness in it, they're going to be accused of AI. So there's nothing you can do about that. Save your speed paints.
just privated. The post got community noted, all without me noticing. I guess I can say things got blown out of proportion. I also apologize to people for acting extremely awful towards the post, getting viral, quote unquote. Despite that not being something I was expecting. I didn't mean for a civil war to happen in the comments. Things got out of control very quick, honestly. I should have deleted the post sooner. I'm sorry if the words don't go through properly. Despite being Argentinian, I don't like my country nor my language, so I've been using English for 10 years now, and I'm still not good at typing stuff still.
Okay.
However, people in the responses are not having that. For example,
because people are fucking tired of this shit, bro. Like, they're tired of these fucking weird, this like fucking inquisition of these faceless, nameless freaks that sit around on social media and accuse you of things with no evidence.
I mean, to be fair, there was no evidence, but then people were trying to find evidence, and I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's about. I don't know. I mean, I already knew, just looking at it, that it wasn't AI, like, immediately. I don't know why this person thought that. You know what I think it is? I think it's that they might have thought it was like, Midjourney can make character sheets, but Midjourney's character sheets all look the same. So maybe they were thinking that somehow.
Dramatically exaggerate things, use it as a justification to harass you, and then act like they're the ones that are being oppressed. People are fucking tired of this shit. It's so annoying. Yeah, it's obnoxious. Like, I hate this shit, bro. Like, I think everybody does.
You know what I hate? I hate someone making an account saying that they're a prolific artist to tan drawing, someone who's tracing AI, trying to make a course so that someone can pay for the course to learn from them when they just trace AI, Arukoshishu 11. Someone who is using AI and tracing over it, and then asking people to pay for their Patreon while offering tips on how to draw while just tracing AI and showing the speed paints, Tia sketches.
I feel like people got tired of it like 2 years ago. And now you're seeing some people that just haven't gotten the message.
Tired of it 2 years ago. Brother, tired 2 years ago? We couldn't have been tired 2 years ago because it came out in 2022. We've had AI for all of like 3 years. And people have been pretending since 2022. People were tired of it the moment it started, when people weren't sure what to think of AI. Artists started the hate first. They wanted to be done with it. They wanted to stop the bullshit.
100% they wanted to harass the artist, and now they only walk it back because they're receiving hate for it. I think that like this might just be a personal opinion, but I think that a lot of people like to spread lies about other people in order to make that person look bad because they're unhappy about the position that that person is in.
I don't agree with him wholeheartedly here because, okay, so I think he's speaking from a place of privilege and maybe that's how he feels, but I feel that if you come from a place of reality, the reason why these accusations are happening is because people don't want to support liars and deceivers. And I don't think anything comes from like making bad accusations, but at the same time, accusations are going to be made no matter what to random people. And I think you just have to be prepared to battle an accusation. Maybe I should make a video on how to battle an accusation to see, so maybe that can help you out. But if you used AI, there's nothing I can do to help you.
And so like that's really what it is.
I don't think that's what it is. I really don't think that. I just disagree with him. It's not always about jealousy and hatred. Sometimes it's Twitter being a drive-by website. It's a drive-by post runaway website.
And so like, yeah, you nailed it. Yeah, exactly right. And so lies are for spreading, don't you know? Yeah. And so that's what I think is happening a lot, is that font sales and other people are doing this because they can't draw for shit. Look at their profiles. They're drawing like children. They don't have much to lose. The fact is that Pablo Picasso said he took him 3 years to draw like Michelangelo or Leonardo da Vinci. I forgot which one. And it took him 30 years to draw like a child. So being able to not having a high skill level of like, you know, like you can look at somebody like Basquiat or, you know, fucking Jackson Pollock or, you know, Andy Warhol. And not everybody has to be Salvador Dali level of illustration. You don't have to have that.
Yeah, but the thing is that these artists are two different kind of artists. Like, I cannot be jealous of a pixel artist because I'm not a pixel artist. Why would I be jealous of that? Like, that person I don't think was really thinking when they made that accusation. Like, you can't hate somebody for doing something that you're not interested in. That doesn't make any sense to me. I just think that that person is young and dumb, made an accusation without really looking at the details, and that's what that is.
Can be abstract. I mean, there's impressionist painting as a macro idea. And so, or Van Gogh, well, he was impressionist, right? And yeah, and so like Caravaggio, yeah, you don't need to do that. And so this is the problem that I think a lot of people have with art, is that I think a lot of people, I don't know, I could talk about this for a while. I'll talk about this for a while. It's a totally different point. That was Pablo Picasso, but okay, so you bring up a really good point. These people, Pablo Picasso learned how to draw like Michelangelo in 3 years. This person couldn't learn how to draw like Michelangelo in 30. So yeah, that's true. That's the same as like, oh yeah, Bill Gates dropped out of college, so it's okay for me to drop out of college. Yeah, he dropped out of Harvard, you dropped out of community college. It's a little bit different. So yeah, no, good point. But all I'm saying is like, I think these people miss the point of art.
I'd be saying the honorable just delete your account. Go crawl back to Tumblr.
I mean, what do you mean, the point of art? The point of art isn't to use AI in it. The point of art isn't to become an AI bro and pretend to be an artist, okay? It's not. Pretending to be an artist is probably the worst thing you can do because it cheapens artist integrity. And that's what this whole thing has been about, cheapening an artist's integrity.
And take a few years to reflect on why you really did that. Another saying, I hope you sent them a private apology. And Lichnowsky saying, I did, but it seems I can't send them any more messages after sending 5 of them. Similarly below that one, a response saying, apologize to the artist directly.
Yep.
And yeah, it is pretty weird that they didn't tag the artist directly in this tweet. Like, they directly quote tweeted the artist originally and sent that accusation to them.
It's because if you have a private account, I don't think that you can be tagged by people that you're not following. I don't think that there's, if they privated their account, that's the reason.
But then when they make this so-called apology, they're not going to tag them at all. For some reason, this is something that's fairly common on Twitter in situations like this where people harass an artist and get backlash and make some apology or whatever. This is not the first time I've seen them not tag the artist. It makes the apology come off rather questionable and insincere, that the accusations stick in a way. Like, oh, here's the apology that no one knows who I'm specifically referring to unless they're in the loop of the situation. But anyways, that takes us back over to Madam Savvy and a quote tweet that she made responding to that apology post from
Alright, this person, I don't like this person. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but they're holier than thou nonsense. Just rubs me wrong.
Lichnowsky. And we're specifically taking a look at this as well because Shio actually responded to this tweet, which we'll get to after we get all the context, of course. So Savvy says, a tale of caution. There's a lot of garbage humans out there, like the person I'm quoting now. You must be wondering what led to this. Another loser.
Jealousy, boredom, and narcissism.
Nope, not jealousy, not narcissism. Just probably boredom. Like, I don't think that... It feels like their post was very much a drive-by because they didn't look at the rest of the content. And then they started fighting with people like...
It's actually really simple what led to it. I think we all know exactly what led to it.
And you're just wrong. You're just wrong. You just don't know. Asmongold doesn't know any better because he's not an artist. And he probably... Oh my god. He doesn't understand the art community. And he's making a comment. This is the second time he's made some pro-AI comments. Like, I don't really give a shit what he does in his own time, but he's fucking stupid to me sometimes with this shit. Like, he just says shit. Like, he doesn't care about artists. I don't even know why he's commenting like he gives a shit, because he doesn't. He doesn't give a shit about any of these people. He doesn't give a shit about the person who was hurt. He doesn't give about the person who caused the hurt. He doesn't care.
That's what it is. And that is the way that you explain 95% of hate on the internet.
Viciously attacked another artist for using quote-unquote AI. That post went viral, and through the user's own trial and others, the artist in question had to go private temporarily. Any attempt to provide evidence was, of course, ignored, and the poor artist received endless hate, cruel words, and was even accused of not even being Japanese. All you had to do is go to the user's media tab, and you would see progress images and their tablet. But no, this ugly loser accused...
So this person already has a lot of evidence of their art, of them actually being an artist, but like this image gets retweeted. So it's not even like this is out of fucking nowhere. Why do so many losers take the internet so seriously? It's so cringe, bro. I get why you say that, but you got to understand that for every person that says that, 99 out of 100 of them don't have to live it. I can say that because I'm getting people writing fucking news articles every day about me being a Nazi or me hating... Who do I...
I mean, I do agree with him there because me personally, I got doxxed and then I was continuously harassed. Sometimes I still get harassed in my live streams, and that is a whole different issue. Once you're being harassed, it doesn't feel good, and you kind of just wish it wasn't there.
Hate today. Let's put on a blindfold and throw a dart at the dartboard. Oh, today I hate women. You know, that's it. And so basically that fat people, right? Or something like that. And so a lot of people, and I'm speaking as somebody who actually has to deal with this a lot of people don't like dealing with, and they actually can't deal with the amount of hate.
But Asmongold, the thing that's different between you and me is that you are not thinking about the things that you're saying on the internet before you say them. You are streaming online too much, open yourself way too much with people you don't know, and then you say things that can be misinterpreted because you're not thinking about what you're saying before you're saying, because you're too comfortable on the internet. You don't treat the internet as a job, you're treating it like it's home. And like, I treat it as a job because I've learned through being at a job that if you want to keep your job, you have to treat it like one. Yeah, I get comfortable with you guys, I'm very chill, but there's a level of do not go, do not pass, do not get $200 type shit. I wouldn't ever be on the internet so much that I would just think I could just say whatever the fuck I want. Like, he says whatever the fuck he wants, and then he gets called a Nazi.
Harassment and criticism that they get. They really can't deal with it. And they might think that they can, but there's a corrosive after effect that it has. And that corrosive after effect just really gets worse over time. And I think also people don't want to go onto a social media platform and get attacked. They don't want to share their art and have people constantly talk shit about them. Because
I mean, that's true. That's true. I don't want to go on there if someone's going to be mean to me or someone's going to be nasty to me. I mean, maybe I'm a little bit different because I still streamed and I still posted, but I did take a break from streaming after the last time I was harassed. And the last time I just ended up streaming next week anyway because I don't give a shit.
It's like you ask yourself, what is the benefit of them doing that? What is the benefit of that happening? What's the reason? Right? Like, why would you do that? Why would you willingly put yourself in this situation in a regular basis that makes you uncomfortable, unhappy, and mad? Are you immune to that corrosive effect yourself? I'm not immune to it. Like, I don't like, the thing is that if you do the same, like there's like maybe 5 or 6 streamers like that get a lot of hate, right? I would say it's like me, Hassan, XQC, Pokimane, let's see, who else, but Destiny, Iron Mouse. I don't think Iron Mouse gets that much. Ninja. Train hasn't done a whole lot recently. Yeah, Pirate Software for a while. It goes back and forth. Aiden gets it for a bit and then it goes away. But like, anyway, you know, you ask any of us, we're going to say the same thing. It's like, you can deal with it, but it would definitely be better if you didn't have to.
That's true. That's true. I would rather not deal with people who are harassing me or bothering me or sending things to my house or calling my phone a bunch of times. Like, I would rather not deal with that. I mean, it is what it is. I just take it more in stride now. I mean, because my name is because of what my name is, it sounds similar to a slur, and people would just call me the slur. Just out the gate, just call me that happened on Christmas last year.
Right? It's like, it's an unpleasant reality, but that's just it.
And you know what else is an unpleasant reality? AI art accusations.
Someone of AI. The only reason anyone does this is to cause trouble. An individual who would use AI would have nothing to lose, but an artist who does not would have everything to lose.
Yeah, the only reason anyone does this is to cause shit. An individual who uses AI would have nothing to lose. Yeah, but the thing is that if they're parading around as an artist, they do have something to lose. They have the clout that they've got, the people that are following them, the people that are saying every post is amazing. They're losing that. You don't think that means something to those AI bros that are pretending to be artists on the internet? You don't think that Shad Diversity didn't get upset when people were talking shit about his ugly ass AI characters? Come on now. You know he was upset. He made a 3-hour video. He was so upset about it.
There's zero reason to make petulant AI call-out posts and independent artists. Business are different, but this, to do it in such a hateful manner...
I don't think a business is any different, personally. I think that if you're making an accusation that's...
Okay, I'm gonna let him talk.
...baseless, the action is what's bad. And to say that the recipient is like, it matters like who the recipient is, like I think in like very rare circumstances it can make sense, but I think in most cases it can't.
I kind of disagree. So for the most part, when it's a business, like you have to, the thing is the person posting the information is not the person who probably made it. They're just doing their job. But the fact that they're the face of the account is what leads to the problem, is because they didn't have any input in the things that they posted. They didn't say, hey, you know what, this is probably AI content, we probably shouldn't be posting this. A lot of people don't like it online, maybe we shouldn't post it. So they'll get harassment. So behind every Twitter account is a person. It doesn't matter if it's a business or not, because at the end of the day, one person is working and the other person isn't working.
If you're lying and misleading people and spreading lies and doing it intentionally or without any sort of regard to the truth, it's bad regardless.
Okay, so right here, he says about lying, how you shouldn't be lying and it's bad regardless. Okay, so people who have used AI for the last 3 freaking years, you're telling me that these people, the correlation of lying from AI bros and deceiving people into thinking that they were making those pieces of art, in quotations, they are just as bad as this, because they cause people to go, hey, is that AI? And they go, no, I drew it. And then they go, well, I can't show you that I didn't draw it, so now you have to assume it's AI, because it is. For the most part, it's almost always AI. Very rarely does someone get accused of AI and it's not AI. It's because the people who are accusing don't actually know the difference.
Okay. Every week, some new loser comes along clout chasing. I wish I had more screenshots to show how absolutely abhorrent these people were. But you get the point. I think it's disgusting to put an artist through so much stress. It could ruin their business or even their hobby to be attacked like that. Shio was the artist attacked. If you like Sonic art, feel free to check them out. Very cute work. You can also search the name and see what kind of...
Can I just say the person who's doing the video, it's very snide, like a little bit.
Horrible things were said.
Yeah,
and yeah, Savvy, including a number of other examples of people harassing the artist. I'm not going to go through all this stuff. Some of it would even be a bit much to show you on YouTube, but essentially to summarize it, you got all manner of accusations from people accusing Shio of using AI to be in a PDF file. As mentioned,
a PDF file? I mean, is it because they drew Cream the Rabbit? If that's the case, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Like, people can draw child characters and it not be anything underhanded or weird. You can just do that. That doesn't mean you're weird. God damn. Some of y'all on Twitter need to fucking take a seat somewhere else. Take a seat somewhere else.
Also accusing Shio of not actually being Japanese. And other people trying to...
Why would they accuse her of not being Japanese? Her or him, whoever. Why would they accuse him of not being Japanese? That's fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. Especially if you can't even prove it, you're just saying fucking words.
Self-promote themselves, harassing Shio and being like, look at my art instead. Which takes me to my next point, and then we'll take a look at Shio's response. This point, though, is that a lot of people who accuse other artists of using AI and stuff like that are artists themselves, and I find that so weird. Like, you would think artists have some sort of mutual respect and kindness to each other.
Okay, so I'm gonna disagree with this guy here. So, yes, there will be artists in those threads, but there's also non-artists in those threads, people who don't post art. I've seen them, people who are basically a non-phased. It's becoming very typical for people to drive by agree, even if they don't know what's going on, just because they want to start some shit, okay? I drive by post all the time on Twitter. People do it every day. I think a lot of people just end up jumping and they start saying things and they don't know what they're talking about, and because they see somebody else talking about it, they think that they can get in on the conversation.
And generally,
that's why they do it, is because they're trying to make the other person look bad because they're insecure.
I don't know about it. See, that's what it goes back to. You're insecure because you don't like the thing, or maybe it looks like AI, and people don't want to support AI people.
I've seen, but then you have this other subset of like,
I never see successful artists doing this. I always see like
liar. There's artists. There's people that accuse big artists and small artists. That it's on the internet. It's all over the place. It just is. What was it? 2 people who are in the industry accused Ross Strauss. Go look at my Ross Strauss video. Ross Strauss is accused of using AI right now, all the time. Like, I really hate the idea of you're not a good artist and you're not professional, therefore your opinion doesn't. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Literally all artists are having problems with this right now. All artists are having problems with this right now. Saying your art isn't as good, so you don't get an opinion. Shut the fuck up. Everyone gets an opinion. Even the baby artists who are literally drawing bad stick figures, okay? They're trying. All those artists that you say are bad artists, they're the artists of tomorrow. So shut the fuck up about that.
He's like really small or like, you know, lower to mid-tier artists that are trying to call this stuff out. There are people that are successful
trying
doing
to
this.
cancel other artists and get them harassed. And
I mean, I said what I said.
use that to promote their art. It's seriously beyond pathetic. And so, as mentioned,
I do think that if you're accusing somebody of AI, do not self-promote in the comments. That's so cringe. Please don't do. Please stop that. Whoever's doing that, stop that. That's some baby shit. I feel that's some kid shit. Like, just argue in the comments like normal.
hopping over to Shio's account, Shio responds to Savvy's tweet, the one we just read, and says, "When I first saw the quote you wrote, my heart was immediately drawn in. I can't even describe how deeply those words resonated with me. As I repeatedly read that passage for hours, tears wouldn't stop flowing. Before I knew it, my emotions were overflowing, and I was surprised at how deeply moved I was. The thoughts and pain that I usually keep buried inside seemed to lighten because of your quote. It meant so much to me. I'm truly filled with gratitude. Your words have been a source of encouragement and have given me hope. Thank you so much." However, some people would
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, for sure. And I think also, like, a lot of people like to meme on a person like that for being emotional in a situation like this. But I think that whenever you contextualize it around, like, usually a lot of these artists, I'm not trying to stereotype, but a lot of them are kind of sensitive, you know? And, you know, you have the...
I mean, yeah, artists are very sensitive. I think that's why some of these people get so riled up, because they are sensitive. All artists are sensitive to a degree. You know, they'll see somebody and they want to support that person, and then they think their art is beautiful and it speaks to them, and then you find out that it's a machine. And when it's a machine, there's nothing. There's nothing. It's an empty void where that thought or that feeling used to be. And it's an ugly, ugly thing. Ugly.
These people that are really putting themselves out there in the most creative and vulnerable way possible, and then they get accused of something that's not even really true, and then they're getting attacked by a mass mob of people that are saying things that are just like absolutely abhorrent and disgusting. Really, I don't think the human brain is like made to contextualize that, right?
I agree with him. Nobody wants to put out their vulnerabilities and then have their you know what? That is the art community a little bit, because people will drive by, critique you even if you didn't ask for it, or drive by, fix your art even though you didn't ask for it. I just had somebody, I drew Jinx and Echo on my other channel, and I did color grading. And when I posted a smaller version of it, I got accused of whitewashing. And that kind of upset me a little bit. It was a little bit funny, but I also got a little bit upset because I would never. But being accused, like, oh, you're, and some of these people weren't even artists. So it just goes back to the fact that some people just don't know some shit. They just don't know some shit, and they just want to talk some shit.
Like, it's like we're not really programmed to deal with that.
The false accusations and actually get upset at Savvy's tweet. For example, this one saying, "Wait, are you trying to defend AI images?" and are now calling out the...
I mean, they were defending AI images. Just saying.
Oh my God. What are these people doing?
Person who rightfully pointed it out while having no control of what people who saw it started saying. "What's wrong with you? AI is not art. It's art theft."
Well put. AI is not art. It's art theft. Straight up. Plagiarizing, whatever.
What's this person even talking about? Where's Savvy defending AI images? They're defending a person from falsely being accused of using AI. This person's like actually doubling down and defending the harasser.
Of course they are.
Go figure that.
I'm not defending the harasser. I'm just saying that the way that madam person put it, they look like they're defending AI images and they're defending AI content instead of maybe defending that people shouldn't be talking to each other this way.
person's pin tweet is them talking about how their commissions are open for stuff like Sonic art. Going back to what we were just talking about a few minutes ago, someone would call them out saying their point is that it wasn't AI art. If you went onto the artist's timeline, there's progress images and such that were left out by the initial accuser. Isn't that convenient? But the OP says, but there's so much I'm missing, but noticing as well. Like I never heard of a cream as a hedgehog challenge. Where was that even a thing though? Maybe I'm out of the loop. I don't recall the initial tweet ever talking about.
Okay, so if you looked at the original picture, I'm not going to put it on screen, I'm not going to do any of that. But if you look at the original, it has, what's it called? It has a Cream the Rabbit, but it's Cream the Rabbit as like Sonic the Hedgehog. And that's a little bit weird looking. And I think that's what they're talking about because there was, but like
challenge though, they're just like
right there.
There's never.
See, like that's a little bit weird. But the thing is that this right here looks like this right here. This doesn't look any different than this. So I think this is like, I think this is supposed to be like an Amy Rose situation.
The frick are they talking about, dude? And excuse me, it says Cream the Rabbit, not Hedgehog even. The point is those persons like making
actual
stuff
character,
up and getting mad, it looks like. I also have to think maybe they used AI but drew over it to make it seem legitimate. This is like, yeah, I know that I'm making this up with no justification and I'm completely wrong, but I'm not willing to totally concede that I'm wrong. I'm just going to say that I'm probably wrong, but there's some cases where I'm not. Like, it's like
Okay, so asmongold doesn't understand that people will trace over AI, color it in, say that they did it, and then post it on the internet. He's not seeing that that is a problem that has been happening for years now. And Mobius AI is pretty good at doing Sonic. Okay, it's pretty good at doing Sonic the Hedgehog characters. It's totally easy to make a character on there, trace over it, and then post it on the internet and say you did it. This person's adding nuance to the discussion about other reasons why they would be accused. I'm not saying I know that this person didn't use AI, but with the knowledge of Mobius AI, you know that there's a chance that they could just be tracing over it. But if you use your fucking eyeballs, okay, you will know that it was not AI in the first place.
This person is like flailing around, drowning in a sea of lies, and they're trying to like hold on to anything to fucking stay afloat. That's it. It's this mental gymnastics. Yes, exactly.
Thing called Mobius AI that seems to produce the same stuff the artist did.
Wow.
Most people who are using AI will usually make fake work in progress stuff as well. So you can understand why I'm questioning a lot of things.
I really feel like what would solve this problem, as I said before, is if you had to make
I'm so interested in what his solving problem would be.
your profile picture your driver's license photo. I feel like all these problems on Twitter would be removed.
I don't really think all these problems would be removed. It would just be a photo of you. People were doing that shit on Facebook. People were doing that shit on MySpace. People literally don't give a shit just so they can discredit you based on what you look like. I mean, people do it to you all the time, asmongold. People talk so much mad shit about you. Like, I'm talking mad shit about you right now because I know you don't know shit about the art community and you're just talking shit because you're permanently, terminally online.
Like 95% of these problems would be totally removed. That's China, by the way. China has different problems. But going back to what I was saying, I think this would solve a lot of problems.
Oh my gosh, the terminally
Agreed.
online.
I don't really mean that you should do that, but what I mean is that these people, like if you knew who this person really was, everybody would just think that they're the most ridiculous, unreasonable, stupid, not to be taken seriously person on the entire internet.
Yeah, but that's the thing is that now you're judging a person based off of what they look like, and that would lead to making fun of them for what they look like. I think that would hardly be helpful in this situation. I think that it would lead to people making fun of a person for things that they can't help, like their weight, their body, their eyes, their hair color. I mean, there's Republicans that will assume something about a liberal person based on what hair color they have. Like, I would rather just not even have that. Like, what was it? I posted something, and I posted a video about a guy who looked like PewDiePie. All I posted was copycat PewDiePie, and someone's like, blue hair, obviously. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? And then when I look at their account, oh, they're like a Republican person. Like, some people are just assuming things about you based on what you look like. Because I used to have my face on my account, people would be like, of course you look like that. Of course you look like that. Like, look at you. What do you, like, of course you look like one of those. Like, what the fuck you mean one of those? What does that even mean in like coinciding with my comment in the first place? Dude looks like PewDiePie. I literally was like, I took a picture of PewDiePie and I was like, PewDiePie's handsome. I'm saying like this man is handsome. Like, context. I don't think making your photo, your driver's license photo, your profile picture is going to change anything.
And the only reason why people take it seriously is because it's like just some random face that nobody even knows who it is. That's really the point that I'm making, right? It's not even the accountability. It's that, who is this person? Like, this is the thing, is like on Facebook, like this used to always be the case. Like, you would see somebody that's like talking about everybody else being stupid. You see that they work at McDonald's and they're like 29 and like they didn't like, you know, it says like, you know, you started high school in like 2006 and then like you don't have a point where you ended high school. And now that was like a long time ago and you're working at McDonald's. And so like, you just put 2 on top of 2 there, right? And then this is the person that's calling you stupid, right? And like arguing with you about like science or like telling you the earth is flat. And it's like, okay, well, I mean like that, because like to me, like that means a lot because it puts it into perspective.
Okay. Putting things in perspective is, I understand that, but then it also leads to, I'm not going to take you seriously because I don't like what you're saying. Because at the same time, I have fought with so many flat earthers in my days when I was in college. One of my close friends ended up being a flat earther, and I tried not to discount him when we would talk. And I would never try to discount somebody who has an opinion. Like, I'm not even trying to discount asmongold's opinion, but I don't think that he's correct in saying that just knowing what somebody looks like will allow you to have perspective on their opinion. I just don't think that that's not, because if you want to be honest, asmongold, if you want to be honest, I mean, people have been taking your opinion pretty seriously for years now. And I mean, look at that house. I know you cleaned it recently, but damn.
You see what I'm saying? It does.
The behavior from this person is like off the charts. It's like
It's eyes wide, it's a firmament.
And yeah, this is the sort of person who will back up false accusations about other people on Twitter. So if you're ever getting harassed by people like this, just keep in mind this is the sort of person that's coming after you. On a more wholesome note, we've got this Geen profile pic person responding here to
So I like watching stuff like this is because like I feel like it's good for me to try to, you know, give these people a little bit of like, I know what it's like to be harassed like this by people a lot. And especially whenever you're not used to it, it can be really upsetting for you. And so like, I think that for people like that, there's a lot of solace that they get out of being able to see that actually, no, everybody doesn't fucking hate you. You're not a piece of shit. Like, this is just a handful of very unreasonable, crazy people that, yeah, it's overwhelming, right? So I like to make videos and talk about this for, I mean, you know, multiple reasons. That's one of them.
Okay, so I can also say the same thing. I've been harassed. I've been doxxed. I've been different times and different eras of my life where people have treated me very, very poorly. And I understand what some of these people go to and what some of these people are dealing with as they're getting bothered on the internet. And there's nothing you can really do about it other than just accept it for what it is and then try to avoid it. Like the best case scenario is that you just log off for a little bit off of the platform that people are bothering you on. Whatever it is that's upsetting you. Sometimes, okay, if you don't want to turn into a lolcout, you'll step away. Because what happens if you continue to come back online and fight with people, eventually people will start finding that funny and start bothering you more and start trying to manipulate you into acting up, like Nova Online or a Christian or a Cyrax or any of those types of people that are crazy on the internet, and you don't want that.
Saying, I'm noticing a pattern. An artist gets accused of AI and it's from other artists. It's a shame that some folks would rather witch hunt other artists rather than learn from them. Your art isn't going to improve with that mindset.
Bullshit. I'm gonna bullshit, okay? You can still do art and practice art and talk shit. I do it all the fucking time. Just because you have an opinion on the internet doesn't mean you're not practicing to get better. Okay? And some of these people who accuse these people are also not artists. I've seen it in the comments. I've already said this. Like, people aren't just going willy-nilly witch hunting people. That's not what happens. I think that person drove by accused and just didn't think about it. That's what I think. Because the way that it's worded said that they didn't even think about it. They just quote retweeted it.
Finally, going back to Shio's Twitter account once again, you can find them over on Twitter at which, yeah, I'm not even going to try reading that out loud, but I will have it in the description for you to copy paste over in Twitter if you'd like to go find them there. And Shio's most recent pinned tweet, as you can see, is this one saying test.
Wow,
first time I tried using a time lapse, but I don't feel very good about it. Like, I'm being monitored. And so that is the situation. Hope you enjoyed my coverage.
No,
if you do,
I hope if she ever sees this, don't ever start doing time lapses just to make people that hate you happy.
Nah, fuck you. I think that you should always save your time lapses, show your time lapses, but people will leave you the fuck alone. It's better, like, even if they're not going to be happy with it, they can shut the fuck up. I think that if you treat people like, you'll be like, all right, I'm going to give you guys the speed paint, but if I see you acting up, I ain't going to give a shit, and I'll block every single one of you that starts some shit. Do not be afraid to use that block button very liberally. If someone is giving you shit and being mean to you, and especially if it's an untrue statement that somebody else made, feel free to block all them motherfuckers. You do not need to entertain them. You are more than welcome to be like, hey, I do have the speed paint, and here, I'll show you my speed paint. And then you just show them the speed paint. If they're not comfortable with that, or if they're like fucking nitpicking your shit, tell them to go kick cans. they can go kick cans.
They're never going to like you. They always hate you. They hate themselves. They see something about you that's better than what they see in themselves, and so it makes them hate you.
Like, I think asmongold is thinking too deeply about this. It ain't that deep. It's not that deep. Twitter is not that fucking deep. People are not on Twitter having these deep moral fucking whatevers. They're not doing that. They're just thinking as they type. It's like Twitter is a soapbox of stream of consciousness. Nobody is, for the most part, thinking about anything. They're just typing words. Very rarely have I ever, like what was it? There's a guy on there, Coffee Dad. Do you guys know about Coffee Dad? He's been posting for a long time. Coffee Dad every day says, I love coffee, or something that says with coffee in it, right? That's his whole post. But on one day a year, he talks about his son's death. That's the only time he doesn't post about coffee. Most of the time, people are just posting bullshit. I post bullshit. I posted about how I bought 2 boba teas today and both of them taste like shit. Literally nobody cares. I post shit without context on the internet. Shit that, like, me and my husband only know. I will just post some shit because I think it's funny. That's how people treat the internet on Twitter. That's why I'm like, do not take Twitter fucking seriously. If you're taking it seriously, you gotta step away and block some people.
It's got nothing to do really with that. And so, like, the more that you tolerate this behavior, the more that you try to, curate your language and your behavior to accommodate them.
That's true. Don't tell anybody that you can't say what the fuck you want to say. I'm my own person. I will always talk how I talk. And if, some people are watching me right now and they don't like my language, they don't like how I talk, they don't like how I act, they can go kick cans as well. You all can go kick cans down the street. I will watch you with glee as you go by.
The more that you become less like yourself and more like them, and do you really want to be like this loser who sits around all day and talks shit and complains? Absolutely fucking not. So that's what I think. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm feeling, right? Never negotiate with terrorists. There you go.
Please consider liking and or subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, I totally fucking agree with this. Absolutely. Yep. And as that why there's so many different religions, people don't want to begin with the movement. Yeah, there's a video. Give it a like. This one came out just a bit ago, so make sure to give this one a like and give it some.
Okay, we don't need to watch this dude no more. So after I did that big video that we just talked about, I went on Twitter and I looked at their speed paint, and I feel like I want to go in deep with this person because I'm starting to feel like maybe they were, but not using AI, like generating it, like tracing over it. So let's divulge together. All right, let's have a look-see. So they're making shapes. I feel like these are real sketches. To me, they feel real, but they feel very, I don't know. There's something, like, as a person who draws Sonic, we'll see. Like, see, this is like a believable sketch, but it goes straight to this really good look. Clearly they're having problems sketching over it, and they clearly have some understanding of like not doing the chicken scratching, so they know what they're doing there, and they know how to crosshatch. So this person is an artist, but someone keeps saying that this could possibly be traced over AI because of the other stuff that they do. And how this is different from the other art they do. And I just don't know, man. I just don't know. So it says, do people not know you can hide a sketch under, you can hide an undersketch for time lapses in most programs nowadays? It's been common now for a while. You can just have a Gen AI image underneath and trace it and post time lapse and hide the layer. And I said, but I don't think that's that. And it says it's very obvious they're using AI in some form, especially in the inconsistency with the cream and the Pomni image that were mysteriously nuked. And like, I'm defending this person. I said, I don't think they got mysteriously nuked. I'm all for calling out AI, but I'm not just seeing the obvious things you're talking about. I'm pretty good at telling AI, and I think just some people want to say it's AI because they want to. What do you need to believe them? Like, I don't think you'll be pleased. And then they said, just look at these Pomni pictures and see the colors are mismatched for Pomni herself, and out of nowhere alternating the red, blue, red, blue. See, I don't... Oh, I see it. I see it now. But okay. I'm not seeing... Okay, I see the problem that they're talking about. Oh, I see. So, okay, so the Ragatha character, see right here, she has 2 patches. And right here she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 patches. She's missing a patch up here. And over here on this character, see right here where it's blue and then red? But here it's blue and then red. Okay, but I don't know if that's AI. I think that is more or less a problem with the person painting. But maybe I don't know. I'm not seeing anything here that says AI to me, and I don't know. They said something about these eyelashes. It's kind of weird, I guess. So then they have me look at this, and they said, not to mention, this person is known to trace before. They nuked that evidence as well. And I said, is this from theirs? And they said, yeah. They nuked all their obvious links and images. It's very obviously they're tracing over Gen AI, and that the ones where they didn't trace over, they just posted it. They took them down because most people with... There's more evidence here, so let's look. So this is a little bit suspicious. This crown, it's not the same on both sides. It's very warbly. Let's look at the character. I feel bad for analyzing, but the overlapping lines is definitely bizarre. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't think that's a really big deal. There are more advanced models out there. Take also a look at these. But what is this supposed to be? Hedgehog cream? And why is she... Kitties! Why is she wearing a swimsuit? Why is that skin tight one-piece suit have a collar? I mean, they drew the bathing suit on. It could be similar to like Bunny Rabbit. And let's look a little bit... I mean, it tested for... But hold on, we gotta look. We gotta look more, guys. We gotta look more. Let's look a little bit more. You can see where it's filled in parts in the gloves and socks incorrectly because it didn't know where to place the shadows. Someone looking at a reference and even doing it from memory wouldn't have this mistake. The gloves and socks, oh. I mean, couldn't that just be their style though? Couldn't that just be their style? Okay, I found another picture. This Amy literally has a different number of bangs and none of them are consistent. Oh, that is weird. Look, right there. See right here? I wonder if I can zoom in. I wanted to zoom in a little bit on this. So let's look a little bit. I think that this black stuff, that is a choice. That's definitely a choice. This is what they're talking about right here. Look. See, it goes down and it doesn't... It has a tangent problem. Where when this goes down, it goes right into the eyebrow part. And it only has one that has the wrong number of bangs, and it's this one. I don't know what to think. Does she have a ponytail now? Is she drawing her, like, what is this? What is this version? This version here. This one's very different than the others. Huh. Okay, so we're looking at this image. And this is what I think. Oh man. It's very suspicious because when you look right here, you see this line here, over here. You know what? You don't see it. Hold on. Let me make it bigger. Let me make it bigger. Okay, you see this line? I'm gonna zoom in. You see these lines? Aren't these bad lines? Look at this. Is this weird? And she doesn't do it on literally every single thing. Like she has it on these ears, but not on these ears. There's something not right. But I'm not sure if this is a preference because, see, she doesn't do it over here. She doesn't do the runoff over here. I know it's a preference. I know the runoff is a preference. But why aren't they doing it with every single one? Is it because they're forgetting to do it? Because they're tracing? Here's another one. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that weird? Why does she have two? Why does she have two and it just ends and it goes into a tangent? I don't know, man. There's something suspicious. And there's this image that say that they traced, but they're not using Procreate. And it says, either way, making an entirely new drawing to disprove something is also pretty sketchy. At least you can show the layers if you don't have the speed paint. That's also true. Alright. This is going to sound a little tinfoily, but I don't know if they're using AI, but it feels like they are. Kind of. And they're maybe erasing elements or using elements or partial elements. They probably are. It says not AI, but the thing is ever since they got called out, they are getting people just sitting here. They gained 50 followers. What if, because these two accounts are separate, what if the one person who accused them was doing that so they could get more followers? Because they didn't have this many even yesterday when I was looking at this. They got like over 100 just from this little debacle. So, I mean, I'm sure they're going to get much more. I'm not saying don't follow them. I'm saying that it's a little suspicious. And the fact that they use this, I don't know, there's something. This person apologized to them and sent them, I'm sorry. I don't know. I want to look at this again. There's something that feels weird. Let me look. Because when I read this reads like defending AI art on Reddit. They're not mad that someone's using it. They're mad. They're excited to catch someone using AI and burn them. That feels like defending AI art language. It feels very, something's not right here. Because I've already seen in this thing, AI is a tool, blah, 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 blah. Like, look at this. Isn't this weird? Isn't this weird? Like, look. It's missing half of it. And then down here, these are just random random dots in random shapes. And it doesn't even go all the way up. See, look right there. I can't even, you know what? No, we're gonna do this the right way. We're gonna do this the right way. I'm gonna open it up. We're gonna deep into it. Okay, we're gonna deep into this. Look at this. Look. Right here. Look, it's yellow. Right here. And then it just disappears and doesn't go yellow again. And these are not shapes you would make for a little trail like that. It's just, oh, I mean, like, look right here. Like, this line goes this way, and then suddenly it's disappeared right here. Here, I'll zoom in. Look. Look. Goes down, and then disappears, and then goes down. There's something not right with this artist. There's something not right. Alright, so I'm going to give my 2 cents. I know this is longer than I planned on it being, but I really felt like we needed to go in. I think this person is using AI and tracing over it and getting rid of some of the most prominent issues because they are an artist. And it's artists doing this shit because they're lazy. But you can't hide it. So I think the problem is that these people are probably using AI. He's probably using AI. There's too many inconsistencies. There's too many weird shit. It's too much weird shit. I don't know, guys. You guys are gonna have to put this thought in the comments. What do you think? Do you think this person's using AI? I looked. We both looked together. I don't know. I think that the video, I just think that maybe this person is tracing AI. I think that's what they're doing. And they have their own skills, but they're doing what they do. So we're gonna... Alright, I didn't really think that I would have to come back to this topic, at least after I already recorded my video, but here we are. So apparently last night while I was fighting with somebody on Twitter, somebody actually replied to my comment, and we have some interesting things to look at, because I knew I was right all along, but here we go. Alright, so this person says, I usually like to stay out of drama, but I noticed that there was such a huge fight over an AI witch hunt in the Sonic fandom involving the user Lisnovsky, which I do happen to know from a forum I used to visit. I saw his claim of user Theo posting AI art, so we're going to look at this image. Okay, so up here, it says February 8th, AI images made in PixAI by JH, pixai.art, right? And look at this. This is the one that was generated, and this is the one that's on their page. Then there's this one here. Almost a complete replica with the exception of a few little things here. Then there's this. Turned the other way. Both AI images were flipped and dated February 6th and 7th. Look, when they posted that on the 8th. So it's almost like the person was the user, JH, because the original art used to train the AI was by Alyssa Smithers, I guess. So that just proves that they just traced the AI image. They just traced it. And we're gonna go look at this one real quick too. So right here, it shows exactly what they took from. They're just tracing. Here they show exactly where they got it from right here, which is an AI image. This is also an AI image. His original image was used to train AI from the Kohane 01 collab right here. And look, here is the face that they used for this one right here, off in the corner. Then here's another AI image. And then here is the one that they used to trace over. So at the end of the day, they were tracing and everyone was right. I did want to read the rest of the thread real quick. It says, because he thought there was something off about this artist's drawing, he had no proof of it. Now, I don't condone midjourney, but I saw the big commotion this AI claim caused, which led me to investigate because I felt recognized some similarities in Shio's art. I did find out Shio uses existing AI images to trace over, and here's some examples I found. I'm only posting this to calm the waters, I guess. I don't want to aggravate the situation, but please don't send any hate to the people mentioned in this post. So let's go here. I hope these are nothing too much. Oh, so is this their account? Or is this what they're tracing off of? Yes, this is probably what they're tracing off of, possibly. You know what? I'm gonna hold on. These images aren't too bad to look at, but they are pretty rough. They're basically the same images. I wanted to thank Zimina, I don't even know how to say their username, for doing all the hard work. Because everybody already knew it was AI. So, everybody already knew. Everybody knew, everyone was right. So, if you guys defended that person, feel free, but they just got found out, it's best that they left. They said they were going to log off. So, good. Good. We're going to go to my in closing because this is going on too long. Now, if you manage to stay this long, this is how I feel about AI accusations, okay? 1, if you have not attempted to use AI in the past. 2, if you have not opened these images in a image editing program or a art program, do not, under any circumstances, accuse a fucking person of using AI. The reason why I say you need these 2 qualifications is 1, if you have used AI in the past, which most artists have, because they were curious, okay? Some might not have, but I'm saying if you have, you know what you're looking for as far as things that are going to be wrong with it because you tried it, okay? 2, if you have not opened it up in an image program and zoomed in on that motherfucker and really checked it over, why are you accusing somebody of using AI? Why would you do that? Why? Why would you do that? If you don't know, there is no harm in not knowing. But do not drive by and insult people. Do not self-promote on those posts. Don't be like, well, I'm a real artist. Here's me. No, shut the fuck up. Stop that immediately. This is me giving you the big sister talk. Stop that shit right now. Stop it. You need to be nice. If you think someone is using AI, you can politely ask. Politely asking is never going to be hurtful. You can just politely ask. Say, did you use AI in this? That's easier and better to accept. And someone will likely reply to you. And sometimes some people won't. But for the most part, if you do not have those 2 qualifications, and you cannot accuse people, okay? Cannot do it. Do not do it. Stop it. Alright. Now listen. In closing, asmongold doesn't know shit about shit. We both have a little bit of a history with harassment online, and I do understand that harassment online can really hurt you down deep in your sensitive soul, okay? But the difference between asmongold and someone like me is that asmongold is speaking of as a person of privilege who sits on the internet and he never leaves it. He's terminally online, okay? So it's do not take his opinion as seriously because he's very stream of consciousness on the internet, okay? But I just wanted to update you guys. If you guys want to help me get verified on VGen, I am taking commissions over on there for either a world building critique, which I will go over one part of your world and give you a critique over it and help you out, or I am doing a line art flats with black and white. That is $12. I know that might be pricey for some of you and maybe not pricey for some others, but I'm trying to get verified on there. So if you have a VGen account and you would like to help me out, please feel free. I also, on my Patreon, I'm talking about my book stuff and some of my art stuff over there too. I do post full spreads of other things. And if you're interested in my art and would like to support me on just art alone, there's Nimis. And I will link that somewhere on the screen for you to love and whatever. I will see you next time, guys. And I have a few more videos coming up because I am making this one last minute. Catch you later.